So after yesterday's victory, many of you have messaged me through Instagram saying that whether we should keep Luis Suarez, whether we should drop him off their squad of the first 11. So I decided actually to make this video today talking about the pros and the cons, the benefits and the negatives of having someone like Luis Suarez in our squad. Plus, we're also going to use some footage of the game yesterday to give some evidence and proof of what I'm trying to say. So this is going to be a tactical analysis into Luis Suarez starting now. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Just like always, this is your #1 place for non-bullcrap bias videos here on YouTube. So if you enjoy that, be sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss anything of the content that we upload here on this channel. So today we're gonna talk about Luis Suarez. We're gonna talk about this player because like I said in the intro, I received a lot of messages about Luis Suarez. There's a lot of people concerned, a lot of people worried, a lot of people who are just hating on this guy, a lot of people who want this guy to do better. So I decided to do this video to discuss basically 3 points in benefits in Luis Suarez and 3 points that negatively affect Luis Suarez. So before starting off the video, guys, I just want to say that in this one, we're not going to give you my opinion, my final decision. I want you guys to decide. I'm gonna give you all my points, all my arguments, and then in the comment box down below with your own arguments, you're gonna weigh up your decision. And I want to hear Luis Suarez in or Luis Suarez out, or Suarez in, Suarez out. It really doesn't matter. But we're going to do an update video, perhaps like 5 weeks in La Liga, or when we have already played like the first 2 matches of the Champions League. Let's say 2 months or 3 months from now, 2 months from now, or one. I don't know. I don't really know. But we're gonna do an update video later on to see whether Luis Suarez is. So right now it's just to preview the Luis Suarez drama. I want you to argue in the comment box down below. I wanna read all your arguments, and then we're going to decide. Not now, not tomorrow, in like a month, because we need to give this guy this chance of playing, and let's see how it goes. So we're gonna start off with my first point about why Luis Suarez is good for Barcelona, and that point is going to be that he has the ability to resolve any problems, any situations at any time in any single game. He's those kind of players which just can do anything out of absolutely nothing, you know. So Luis Suarez, in a very long time now, for me, he has been the best number 9, the best striker in the world. Not only because he's going to be able to score goals like we all want him to, but most importantly because he can do other stuff helping this Barcelona team. Even his partners in Uruguay, in the national team, has said, for instance, there's an interview with Edison Cavani, which just understands how big this player has grown under this Barcelona system, how he has increase his other attributes, and how he has come better at dribbling, in passing, in vision, and most importantly up here, his intelligence of the game has completely been revolutionized by coming into a team like Barcelona. And in a system like this, where sometimes we as a team are always going to have, most of the time, at least 80% of our opposition trying to close down spaces and parking the bus, having a player which can resolve a problem, can break a deadlock at any time, is just absolutely superb. And the main thing is basically from scoring goals. He can create goals out of absolutely nothing. If I go back to the game of Arsenal, I think in the Champions League it was a round of 16, and he just scored an amazing volley or scissor kick. I don't know how you want to call it. I don't know what's the exact name in English. From outside the box into the right top corner, and I think it was Chesney or Sech, I don't remember who was the goalkeeper at the time, who couldn't even touch the ball. Like, it was absolutely insane. And this is only one of the times Luis Suarez has shown this. Luis Suarez has shown this time and time again. For instance, in the World Cup as well, scoring a free kick from underneath the how you call it, underneath like the wall of the players of the opposition. These are moments of just brilliance that he can create. So this is one of the things I think he should be benefited in Barcelona. We should be benefited of having this because we have the best players in the world. I think every single player in our squad, I'm even talking about Ter Stegen, he can create a moment of brilliance to save a game or to win a game. So in all of that, I think we're very beneficial having Luis Suarez. However, a negative of this is that it seems that it takes longer Luis Suarez to get into stride, to get into a rhythm, to have a better like match sharpness and fitness. It takes every single season longer for Luis Suarez to reach that, and I don't know whether Barcelona can be willing to take those risks. So my second point here on this video is going to be that Luis Suarez fits perfectly right now for this Barcelona system. He's I think that alongside Roberto Firmino, the only players who are good in shooting and like basically scoring goals as passing. I really think that. I think if we show you right now, I'm gonna show you right now an example, an extract from the game before. You can see a pass, I think it's from Semedo back into Luis Suarez, and Luis Suarez is gonna just with one touch pass it over the defense in a perfect timing onto Coutinho. Coutinho didn't get to a ball, unfortunately, and that could have been also a 2-1 for us yesterday, but you could just see the ability on that pass. That touch is not easy to come by. I think the only player, like I said before, which has that ability of connecting different plays and weaving the attack, being a striker, is probably Roberto Firmino. Strikers like Edinson Cavani, like Robert Lewandowski, don't have this ability. And right now we need a striker which is going to be able to do that. And that's going to be Luis Suarez. And even though we may have somebody like Malcolm or somebody like Dembele or Coutinho being pushed further forward, I think that they're not as good as Luis Suarez, but they're just going to play much more differently. We need somebody to stay in that central role, because if we had Semedo for the right, Dembele would also be sticking back to the right. Dembele is not going to cut inside. Dembele is going to cut inside, yes, with his play, when he has the ball on his feet, but he's not going to be that extra man. He's not going to be that man in the area which you can just pass to, and he will going to do an amazing pass, or he's going to take a player out of position. He's going to completely take out a mark. He's gonna pull defenders to his own, trying to open space up for other players. That's the thing that Luis Suarez can do, and that's the thing that an only number 9 is going to be able to do. And right now he's our only number 9 which is able to do this, and the only player I think in a squad like this, apart from, well, obviously Paco Alcácer, which is also a number 9, but he's not as good as Luis Suarez. He's not gonna be a starter, let's be honest, that can do this. So I think this is a huge positive for Luis Suarez, because he just fits, understands, he's this man who perfectly fits his Barcelona system and just help every other players around us. He may be a striker, he may not score many goals, we're paying him to do this, but similarly to Karim Benzema, and when he was getting so much hate at Real Madrid, Karim Benzema was hugely important for their team, because he was the guy who was opening up spaces and putting Cristiano Ronaldo on the perfect position to score goals. So similarly to Benzema, Luis Suarez may follow a similar path. Hopefully he doesn't, hopefully he doesn't, but he's hugely important in a role like this. And Luis Suarez is impressively doing this, but obviously we want him to score goals. But something else that I noticed yesterday was that most of the time Luis Suarez had a lot of options in the game in the Supercopa España, and similarly, and even worse to Benzema what he did last season, he just had so many rash controls and did very bad passes. He had, like, for instance, moments of brilliance like I said before, but equally he had moments of playing really bad, having really bad passes, not understanding the game. And I may be contradicting myself here, but I'm really not. I'm just showing like what he can do and what he can't, and what he can do also. It seems like every time Luis Suarez is in a play, we don't know if we're gonna get the good Luis Suarez or the bad Luis Suarez. And I just need to comment you on this. I need to tell you guys what really happens, because I can say the positive about Luis Suarez being an amazing passer, but then he can also have like very harsh passing and just don't touch the ball really hard and have a horrible first touch. So it's all of these things that are combined that really, I don't know, makes, like I said, Luis Suarez a really big question mark. It's really hard, it could be really hard for a manager seeing this and not understanding whether he should keep the player or let it go. But if he continues in this trend, I think it's more common to just say, if you're not playing to your max, then you're out. And right now, even though, like I said, he fits the passing, he gets into the position where we want him to be, but he just not realizing those chances. So it's kind of like a 50-50 here in this argument, and I know it's highly contradictory, or that's the word, I think, highly like, kind of like bullshit that I'm saying he's good but then he's also bad, but it's true. It's true, he can have those passes and understand perfectly, but then he can have an equally terrible touch. Terrible touch and just very harsh passing. There was one pass onto Dembele when, my god, it was just so far. It was so far out and it was so strong, and I don't understand why. Like, it was so much easier to pass the ball simply. Someone like Luis Muriel was doing that yesterday perfectly, and I don't understand why Luis Suarez, with the experience he has, he couldn't do something like that. So that's gonna be my argument for now. He can be incredibly good sometimes and then just be horrendous in his passing and attributes. So we could be using another player in that sense. We could be using another player. So guys, now to wrap this video up, I'm just gonna give you all the positive and negative of Luis Suarez. So the positive of Luis Suarez are that he's an amazing player. He fits our Barcelona system perfectly. Yet again, he has that ability of breaking the deadlock and make special moments out of absolutely nothing. So those are very good about Luis Suarez. He has so much more than just shooting. He has passing, vision, understanding, and intelligence of the final third, which can help us in the long run. In his negatives, Luis Suarez takes a very long time to get into fitness. He's a player who demands a lot of playing time before he gets to his prime performance. To his really clinical peak in the season, it takes him a very long time. Luis Suarez is also a player who seems very static, very slow recently. He doesn't have that same sharpness that we'd see he had before, and that's really worrying because we are a team which do fast attacks, very fast chances, and if he's not gonna be ready, he's not gonna be set for those points, then he will most probably need to do something else or really start working in another part of his game and try to help us another way, because right now that's really hurting him. Moreover, he also seems very clumsy in his passing, does very rash tackles, very tough first touches, and it doesn't help us completely. And like I said before, it's an even 50 split. What would you do with Luis Suarez? Leave me all of that in the comment box down below. I want to hear your comments, and later on we're gonna make a video as soon as the season starts. I'm gonna keep watching, I'm gonna keep analyzing Luis Suarez, and then 3 or even 4 weeks after that, we're going to do another video, an update on Luis Suarez, and then I'm gonna give you my decision on it. Right now I want to hear what you have to say, because as most of you are, I'm very 50-50 on what we should do with Luis Suarez. So I want to hear all of that in the comment box down below. So if you enjoyed this video, also remember to drop us a like and click a subscribe here down below so you don't miss anything of the content that we upload here on this channel. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.